The ODM well-choreographed dance and play is now being performed live on the political arena. This is in light with what I've always been saying. You see, in politics, every word a politician says, whether truth or lies, its reality is based on what's not said or seen. So this is Sifuna talking. I will want us to watch and listen to him. Then I'll come and analyze the clip with you. Just a second.
Lakini baba, hakuwezi kukuwa na mazungumzo wakati ambapo watu wanaogopa kwamba wakisema mambo wataanza kuambiwa toka kwa chama. Haiwezekani. Haiwezekani. Wewe ulituambia wakati wa Moi ulikuwa unasema ngwe ndani. Ngwe ndani. Sai baba kwa ODM watu wanasema ukisema ngwe nje. Ngwe nje. Inawezekanaje? Inawezekanaje? Mimi nataka nikukonfirmie baba, Gen Z wako tayari kwa mazungumzo. Millennials wako tayari kwa mazungumzo. Nataka leo utatuambia kama nyinyi na kina Atuoli pia muko tayari kusikia mambo ambaye tunataka kusema.
Now, I want to divide this clip into 4 parts. These 4 parts consist of truth, lies, and doubt. Now, let us begin immediately to disintegrate with what I'll tell you. Yes, it's true. And what I feel is deception.
Lakini baba, hakuwezi kukuwa na mazungumzo wakati ambapo watu wanaogopa kwamba wakisema mambo wataanza kuambiwa toka kwa chama. Haiwezekani. Haiwezekani.
Good. That is at the party level. That is very true. There is no way. If you want to bring in your voice, your grievances, or what you feel as a party member, then you are being threatened with being thrown out of the party. Yet, the party itself calls itself Orange Democratic Movement. Now, I'll tell you where the deception part of it comes.
Wewe ulituambia wakati wa Moi ulikuwa unasema ngwe ndani. Ngwe ndani.
Basically, that is very true. During the Moi's era, a replica of what it's happening right now with the Ruto's regime, if you try to criticize the regime of the day, you are either abducted or killed. Therefore, we see a case of extrajudicial killings and state-sanctioned abductions. Let us go ahead and get to analyze the full clip.
Mimi nataka nikukonfirmie baba, Gen Z wako tayari kwa mazungumzo. Millennials wako tayari kwa mazungumzo. Nataka leo utatuambia kama nyinyi na kina Atuoli pia muko tayari kusikia mambo ambaye tunataka kusema.
They do say the end justifies the means. I've played 4 clips. The first clip whereby Sifuna says there is no way when you elicit your grievances as a party member, you are being threatened of being thrown out of the party. Clip number 2, where Sifuna says that during Moi's era, when you will talk, then you will be jailed or maimed forever. In clip number 3, Sifuna is basically saying that in ODM, if you try elicit your grievance, you're being thrown out. Now, in this clip number 4, this is where the full gist is. Sifuna now says, the Gen Zs are ready for a talk. The millennials are ready for a talk. The Gen Alphas are ready for a talk. And the predecessors of the predecessor generations are also ready for a talk. Where did they get these statistics to say that the Gen Zs are now ready for a talk? As far as I'm concerned, I think it was agreed that if Raila Amolo Odinga, William Samoei Ruto, and the entire broad-based government want a concave dialogue, they should go wake up Rex Masai, Alberto Joang, Boniface Karaoke, and many more who are unalived by extrajudicial killings. Those are the persons who should be present in that meeting and hold dialogue if they're able to wake them from their graves. You understand that? Because I don't know where they sat with the Gen Zs and millennials and they agreed that this is what we've agreed to dialogue. Now they are deceiving you through Sifuna, who has been playing as a darling to the people by at least siding with the people, at least trying to, elicit grievances and alleviate the grievances that the people have been saying. So it is seen as the ODM, are still democratic. That is the foot that is outside the government. Then within the government, we have people like Peter Kaluma, who keeps on hitting hard on the opposition and saying they will support William Samoei Ruto's regime until 2032. The double speak. We are with you, and outside, we are with you, the people. You can't make your cake and have it, Mr. Raila Amolo Odinga. You can't come to the people, the Gen Zs, tell them, I'm with you. You go back to the government, tell the government, I'm with you. No. You are either with the people or with the government. You can't play double. Therefore, all you are seeing here is what I called a choreographed dance. That is what they are not telling you. Simply, Raila Amolo Odinga wants to take hold of the Gen Z movement and some millennials. I'm not saying all millennials, because most millennials are in the era where terror was being unleashed and they were so afraid. As millennials who are in the 90s, we can easily relate with the Gen Zs. Just like I did say, if the voter registration is maintained the way it is, then the tribal cards will play, because very few of the percentage people have been able to see if the truth, the traditional means will be intact. But if the new generation is included into the voter register, then the Gen Zs will be deciding who becomes who in these leadership positions. Anyway, let us continue with the analysis and listen to how the ODM deception vehicle is playing right in front of our eyes.
ODM inamaanisha nini? ODM. Orange. Orange. Hiyo mambo ya democratic ni kitu muhimu sana. Democracy ni nini? Wanasema a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Sivyo? Lakini kwa upande mwingine kuna uhuru ya kunena, the right to be heard. Msogo mwingine alisema, I may not agree with what you have to say, but I shall defend unto death your right to say it. Uhuru ya kunena, everybody got a right to speak their mind. That is democracy. This is what ODM stands for.
Now, the words that Raila Amolo Odinga says are very true, very sweet words to listen to, very soothing words to listen to, nice quotes to give in a speech. Anyway, they do say, are you going to act the talk and walk the walk? Is ODM acting the talk and walking the walk? We all have seen party primaries. Whenever it happens, rigging is the order of the day in ODM. The certificates for persons vying for various positions within the country, most of them are not always given to the candidate that the people prefer, or rather the people choose. It is decided by the party who gets those certificates. I mean, how many people have won party primaries, but the certificate does not end up into their hands? But the name is Orange Democratic Movement. But do they walk the talk? Do they act the talk? And that is where deception comes in. How true is ODM in its rightful meaning? Could ODM, Raila Amolo Odinga, and integrity be put in the same place? That is the question that you got to ask yourself and respond to it, bearing in the circumstances evolving around politics of the day. There is also another clip that Raila is actually defending Edwin Sifuna as he always speaks, and it seems to be annoying other people within the party, whereas those are roles that people have been given. You'll play the role of opposing these. You'll play the role of standing with the people as we are going to be in government. Even if you check the time in which the press for condemning the killings and abductions that have been happening in Kenya, the time frame, it was too late. I expected to see a press, at least if not in 17th evening or at night, I would expect to see the following day a presser by the ODM. I would have loved to see a presser on 25th night or evening, or the following day on 26th by ODM. I would have expected to see a presser on Sabasaba condemning the extrajudicial killings and the state-sanctioned abductions meted against our brothers, mostly within the central region. I would have loved to see a presser by the ODM condemning that, but I didn't see that. Up until 24th of this month, and now yesterday on 25th, when they were having this meeting, this rally. Anyway, and you want me to believe that Orange Democratic Movement stands for democracy? You must have suspended your brain cells.
Kama Sifuna ameongea, ako na haki ya kuongea. Ako na haki ya kuongea. Kama wewe unatofautiana na yeye kwa maoni, sema yako. Sema yako. Sio ndio demokrasia? Mimi sijasema ati mimi usiongee kwa chama namna hii. Sema hata kama unaona baba anafanya makosa, sema. Mniambie mimi wewe sasa naona wewe umezoeka, rudi nyumbani. Wanasema baba rudi Bondo. Nasema kama unasema ndake rudi Bondo, wananchi watasema. Wanachama wa ODM akisema baba amechoka, basi.
In Christian faith, which I believe most Kenyans are part of, they do say faith without action is dead. Therefore, having these sweet names, having these sweet quotes, having these sweet praises or sentiments, they do not hold waters if you cannot act them. They do not hold waters if you can't be seen to be fighting for justice. And that is why I see the ODM deception is on its peak. Give me your thought in the comment section below. If you're watching from our YouTube channel and you love content of this nature, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Halib is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Dab Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dab Radio ndio mpango mzima.